Sup nerds, today we have Galaxy Dragons versus Tyrant. I win the die roll. I start off by hatching Sunmon, playing Wisteria, Scorching top 3, whiffing on a rookie, add the break, bot deck the rest. I did mulligan into this hand. Todd hatches Monimon, evos into Tinto, evos into Kabu, and evos into Shiny Mega Kabu. Alright, I pop the Min Boost, go to 4. Play Wisteria, hope for a rookie this time, Scorch top 3, add the Corona, bot deck the rest, put Exa on top. Then Evo Corona and Raising. And Evo into Lekis for 2 to choke dodge to 1. He stays in Raising, plays Izzy, and I make the mistake of promoting first. I absolutely shouldn't have done this. This was a misplay. This was round 1 of the tournament, and I was just freestyling just to get a good feel for all the combos in the deck, but I should not have promoted here. I promote, trigger Corona's Inheritable, Tuck Lekis, gain 2, trigger Sun, Evo into Gaomon for 1 memory, trigger Gaomon, we draw a card, I gain a memory from the Gao. Evo into Flareamon for 1 memory. Swing Security Jamming, 1 check. Check a memory boost. Gross. So I just play Garuda Ace for 4. Trigger Garuda's effect to play Koensaiyo. Trigger Koensaiyo, suspend. Tuck Flareamon to Evo one of my Digimon for free. Evo into Break Germon on top of my Garuda for free. Break does suspend the Izzy, but it doesn't stun it. I feel like he should also stun, but his all turns effect is pretty solid. Then I pop the Wisteria, go back to 2, Evo into Flare for 1, still just digging for stuff. And then play Firemon for 4, Scorch top 3, add Koensaiyo and Gaomon, max value. Or Galgamon, whatever. Alright, Todd promotes the Shiny Mega Kabu. Todd has seen an Examon revealed, so he is aware that the potential that I could blast DNA on him if I have a Slayer and an Examon in my hand. It's kind of why I did that, just to threaten it to make it to where he's less likely to swing. But if he can get bigger than my Examon, then it's not going to matter. He goes into Tyrant for 6 memory. Triggers Tyrant's effect. Plays Metal Life Kawagamon, or whatever the hell, Metal Kawagamon. It gives himself plus 3k and then suspends my break. Triggers Tyrant's end of turn to suspend Metal Kawaga to bot deck my Flareamon, since it is bigger than me, because he's 10k and I'm only 9. And then triggers his Tama to end of turn attack into the break. I wish I had an Examon and a Slayer. I do believe I have an Examon in my hand, but I do not have Slayer in my hand. Sag. So 3 from Ace Overflow, and then his Inheritable trashes my top security card and he gains a memory. Pops a Min Boost, goes to 3, plays Min Boost, Scorches top 4. Adds Stingmon. Then plays Kokabu, Scorches again. Adds another Shiny Mega Kabu to hand. Alright, my turn at 3, hatch Sun, Evo into Corona. This is basically just a board breaking matchup. Like, he can break my board, can I break his board? Evo into Flare for 3, pop the Kokabu. So I play Garuda for 4, trigger Garuda's effect, play Koensaiyo, tap Koensaiyo, tuck Flare to Evo the Garuda for free, Evo into Volk, and now Todd cannot play or move 6000 DP or lower Digimon until the end of his turn. I should have tapped the Koensaiyo that's already on the field to tuck the Flare under the fire first, and that way when I did the second Koensaiyo, I'd still have a level 5 on the field. It's not going to end up mattering, but that would have been more optimal there. But his turn at 4. He hatches. Evo's into Tinto. Swing Security 16k, survives. Evo's into Sting and Raising for 1. Evo's into Shiny Mega Kabu for 3. And just plays another Izzy, gives me 4. Triggers Tyrant's end of turn to suspend the Metal to bot deck my Firemon. Actually bot decked the wrong card there. I left the source on the field and he's like, oh yeah, and I was like, oh, and I thought I bot decked the wrong guy. So we do have our first chat here. I should have bot decked the 4 and not the 5 there. It's not gonna end up mattering. My promote, trigger Corona, gain a memory since I have a tamer. Since I have that tamer, I should say. Evo into Galga for 2. We both draw a card. Todd now has 8 or more, so I gain a memory. Tuck off Corona, gain 2, trigger Sunmon. Evo into Firemon for 1, trigger Fire, Skirt Shop 3. Max value, add Galga and another Sayo. At this point, I'm aware that he has access to his level 6 aces, so like Grand Kawaga's on my radar, and so is Shiva Ace from the LM set. And also Paladin mode. Evo into Flareamon for 1. So Evo into Break for 4, and I suspend both of his Izzies. Now he can't redirect, which is cool. I swing into the Tyrant for 16k because of my inheritables. I delete the Tyrant, and then when I do, I delete the Metal for Life Kawagamon, or whatever the hell it's called. I could have popped one of the Izzies, but I don't think I'm actually going to swing with the Volk, which if the Volk swung, it would have popped the level 5 on his field. But I'd rather leave that thing unsuspended to make it harder for him to just promote and just swing over it, since it's got 3 overflow underneath it. And his Izzies don't really matter that much in this matchup. If he only had one Izzy, it definitely would have been worth it to pop it, but... So I just play Wisteria, Scourge top 3, add the Wingdramon, bot deck the rest, put the Galgo on top. Todd's turn at 3, he promotes Shiny Mega Kabu. Alright, Todd pops the Mem boost, goes to 5, he was in a Tyrant for 6, triggers Tyrant's effect, plays Metal for Life Kawagamon, plus 3k on the Tyrant, and then he suspends my Volk. Triggers end of turn of the Tama to swing with the Tyrant. Swings into the break. Unfortunately, still don't have a Slayer in my hand. His inheritable trashes top security, and then he gains 2 memory from his other inheritables. Yep, just board breaking back and forth. Who can board break the hardest? The one major weakness of Tyrant is it takes so long to close out games. Like, you can be winning the game for like 3 or 4 turns in a row, but because you can't kill your opponent that quickly, if your opponent ever draws their answers and clears your board, and they have the ability to clear your security, you just kind of lose. He plays Kawagamon for 4 and stuns my Volk. It cannot unsuspend until the end of my turn. And then bypasses the Tyrant end of turn effect because there's no reason. I hatch my Sunmon. Evo into Corona and Raising. I play Lunamon for 3, pop Memboost, go to 2. Evo into Galgamon for 2, we both draw a card, I gain a memory since Todd has 8 or more. Trigger Luna, bot source to gain 2 memory. Trigger Sayo, bot source the Luna to Evo that stack for free into Wingdramon. Wingdramon will delete the Kawagamon. And this is a turn I do flub. For some reason I was thinking that I would still have the Wingdramon be unsuspended at the end of my turn, and I could clear his entire board. What I should have actually done here is hard played a Rookie, gone to 0, and then Medieval Gallant, suspending the Rookie and his Metal for Life Kawagamon. And then after I blew up the Metal for Life, I could Vortex Alliance into the Tyrant and clear that body as well. It would give him 7 memory instead of 4, but I think it would have been a much better play. Because then he has to deal with the Medieval on his turn, and even though he has 7 memory, it's not like he can hard play something and then like do stuff, because I can immediately suspend it and potentially pop it if it's not immune. So right here, I blow up the Metal for Life, and I'm like, oh, I can't Alliance into the Tyrant. Lol. So his turn at 4. Thankfully the Tyrant isn't that big of a deal once it comes out. He hatches Evo's in a Tento. Like, the end of turn effect is annoying, but it's not that big of a deal if he doesn't have something to suspend. And I'm once again threatening an Examon ace play because of the Wingdramon effect. If I have a break in an Examon in my hand, he can get Examoned. So he swings into the Volk for 14k. I triggered the Volk interruptive effect to play the Metallic from my hand for free. It doesn't actually do anything because he's immune, so I can't de-evo him, and I do lose 3 from Ace Overflow. So he trashes my top security and gains 2 memory from his inheritables to go to 9, and this is why it would have been better to give him 7 memory and clear the Tyrant. So Todd plays Agility for 2, Scourges top 2, adds another Tyrant. And then hard plays Hercules Kabuteri for 12 memory, puts me to 5. He attempts to trigger the end of turn of Tyrant to bot deck my Medieval, but unfortunately for him, because Medieval happens when he plays it, he's not going to get to end of turn. So Medieval will trigger first, and I will suspend his Hercules. I cannot delete it because he's immune, but it does keep him from bot decking my medieval Gallantmon. And then my turn at 5. I promote the Corona, gain a memory from Corona. On this turn, I have a chance to lethal him. My only concern is Paladin mode Ace, which would only affect me when I'm trying to run over his Digimon. Since he has 2 redirections, I'd have to clear his board before I try to clear his security. Evo into Fyra for 2, Scourge top 3, add Corona, put X on top. Trigger Corona Inheritable, Bot Source, gain to memory. Debating on how close to deck out I want to get. Trigger Sunmon, Evo into Fyra for 1, trigger Fyra again, Scourge top 3, add the Flare. Evo into Flare for 1. I'm so concerned about Paladin mode. So to attempt to play around it, I swing into the Tyrant and Alliance with the Metallic. And Todd doesn't even think about Paladin moding me. So based on his quick action there, I'm like, oh, I don't think he has it in his hand. Because he didn't even think about it. Obviously, he could have preemptively thought about it and knew that he was never going to do it. But I feel like there was just not a chance that he has a Paladin mode because of how quickly he acted there. So I'm like, okay, I think I'm safe. So I Evo into Slayer for 4. I can't delete his Hercules because it's immune. He's 18,000 DP with Piercing. I swing into the Hercules, Pierce for 1 check, unsuspend, swing again, 18k, swing with Wingdramon jamming, and then DNA into Exa, swing unsuspend, and then swing for game. So we do take game 1. By the way, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And if you're interested in my Galaxy Dragons deck profile, link for that will be in the pinned comment below. And if you're interested in early access to videos as well as other channel perks, consider becoming a channel member. The join button will be the subscribe button used to be if you're already subscribed. Alright, so Todd chooses to go first for game 2. Hatches. Evo's into Tento. And Evo's into Kabuterimon for 2. I hatch Sun. Play Wisteria. Add the Lunamon. Put the Flare on top. Todd stays in Raising. Evo's into Shiny Mega Kabu. I Evo into Luna. Alright, so I have 2 options here. One, I can hard play the Corona to give him 1 memory and hope that he can't Evo into something that will then run it over after suspending it. Or I can hard play my Tamer. And I would rather do that than give him the ability to potentially trash my top security card and just gain a whole bunch of extra momentum that I don't need him to have. Play the Cone Sayo, call it a day. Hope that I rip a level 4, because I do need a level 4 in my hand. Todd stays in Raising, plays Kokabu for 3, Scourges top 3. Only target is the Kokabu. Bot decks the rest. Then I go to 3. Did not rip a level 4, Sag. I learned in game 1 that I probably should let him promote first, but depending on what my hand is, it's going to be a struggle for me to do that because I don't really have a bunch of setup cards. So I am forced to promote here because I have a rookie in my hand. So the next turn I can hatch, Evo into rookie, and dig 1 card deeper into my deck for a potential level 4. So I pop the Wisteria, play Garuda for 4, no effect. Trigger Cone Sayo, Bot Source the Luna, Evo Garuda for free into Volk, and then the Sunmon goes away, and now he can't play or move 6,000 DP or lower Digimon until the end of his turn. Unfortunately, it does not impact him because his Digimon in Raising is 8,000. And I just hard pass. Don't have anything else to do. Sag. He promotes. I'm about to get touched real hard, I can already tell. He green scrambles into Hercules for 3, suspends my Volk, has Piercing. Swing security for 1k, dies. Plays Izzy and then triggers end of turn to swing into my Volk. I trigger Volk's interruptive effect to play Breaktramon. Breaktramon does suspend his Izzy, although it's not going to matter. He trashes 1 and then gains 1 and then pierces for 1 check. And he's 14k, so he beats over the 13k. So we do have our second Chet here. He does play the Blade Kawagamon, which is illegal since I did Volk him last turn. He triggers the effect to buff his Hercules by 3k into the end of my turn. And I hatch Sun, Evo into Corona. Still haven't seen level 4, sadly. If he hadn't played the Blade and buffed the Hercules, I probably just would have crashed my Breaktramon into it, because on my turn it's only 12k. Unfortunately, I don't have much else to do here. So I hard play Volk for 13 and blow up his Blade. He hatches, triggers Hercules, suspends the break, has piercing. He evos into Kokabu and Raising. I've kind of already like mentally conceded this game because like, what am I going to be able to do here? I need to rip a level 4 in order to even have a chance. He plays Metal for Life, gives Hercules +3 cans at the end of my turn, suspends my Volk. Hercules swings over the break, 17k, trashes top security card, gains memory, and then checks for 1 with piercing. He goes into Blade and Raising for 2. Then plays another Izzy, gives me 3. And I draw level 5 for turn, so I can't do anything, so I scoop. We are exceptionally close to time, so I choose to go first for game 3. We have like 2 minutes left. So I hatch Sun, Evo into Luna, and then play Lekis for 4, Scourge top 3, add Luna and Firemon. He hatches, plays Green Memory Boost, Scourge's top 4. Obviously he doesn't have a rookie, and he not revealing a rookie off there is pretty good for me. I did open the ideal opening. He had Stingmon. And plays Blade, gives himself 3 cans at the end of my turn. I promote, trigger Luna, bounce the Lekis back, gain 2 memory, Evo and Lekis for 2, trigger Lekis, Scourge top 3, add the Flareamon. Trigger Luna, bot source, gain 2, trigger Sun, Evo into Galga for 1 with both draw a card, I gain a memory. I play Corona for 3. Evo into Fyra for 2, Scourge top 3, max value, add Corona and Lekis. Trigger Corona, bot source, gain 2 memory. Evo into Flare for 1. Swing jamming 1 check, survive. And then just Evo into Medieval for 3 and blow his guy up after suspending it. Alright, Todd ripped a rookie for turn, so he's going to be able to play. Evo's into Kokabu and Raising. Pops the Min Boost, goes to 4. Evo's into Sting for 1. Evo's into Shiny Mega Kabu for 3. And then plays Izzy, gives me 4. I hatch Sunmon, and we do hit turn, so I'm going to be turn 0. So I need to kill him in the next 2 turns in order to win this match. Evo into Corona and Raising for 0. So I'm sitting here just figuring out what I can do on this turn to ensure that I can kill him. And I actually realize there's a lethal line on this turn, even though he's at 4 security right now. I play Coinsire for 4, trigger Coinsio, bot source the Corona to Evo into Wingdramon for free. Swing, jamming, Alliance, 2 checks. Survive, check a Min Boost, who cares. And then DNA into Examon. And now I have 2 checks, and I do have jamming. Swing, unsuspend. Check a scramble. And he doesn't have anything to play, and then I just swing for game. So I do take the match 2-1, but I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy seeing this kind of content. Want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.